Hi everyone, my name is Raven and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 books that radicalized me during my time in undergrad. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. The first book that radicalized me was This Bridge Called My Back, Writings by Radical Women of Color. I had the chance to read this book last year and it was just such a transformative experience. It's essentially a chronology of women of color writing about their experiences navigating the world. And I think what I really appreciate is that this whole book is a response to the women's liberation movement centering whiteness and white women and excluding the voices of women of color. So the creation of this book is an act of defiance, in my opinion. It's an act of centering women of color voices that have too long been excluded and marginalized in the conversation of women's liberation. So the next book that radicalized me is Sister Outsider by Audre Lorde. I actually had the chance to read a couple excerpts from this book my freshman year, and they just completely changed my worldview. Audre Lorde is such a powerful writer. She talks about anything from uses of the erotic and the ways in which women possess this deep and profound power within that we aren't tapping into, all the way to the racism that existed and exists in the women's liberation movement, all the way to the ways in which Black women are mistreated in the Black community and how we can work to rectify that. There's this one essay in here called The Transformation of Silence into Language and Action. And this essay, y'all, this essay goes long. Which sounds weird to say about an essay, but it really does. Just listen to this, just listen to this. What are the words you do not yet have? What do you need to say? What are the tyrannies you swallow day by day and attempt to make your own until you will sicken and die from them, still in silence? And then in another section she says, my silences had not protected me. Your silence will not protect you. When I first encountered this essay, there were so many instances where I didn't feel empowered to speak when I felt like there was an injustice happening in the space around me. So much of that happens because women are conditioned to be silent. And so her work is just beautiful feminist practice because it reminds us that our voices are not only important, but desperately needed. Moving right along, the next book that radicalized me is The Next American Revolution, Sustainable Activism for the 21st Century by Grace Lee Boggs. I love Grace Lee Boggs. In this book, she talks a lot about the how. You know, I feel like so often we talk about like we need to build a new and a better world, but there's not always a very clear directive. And if you're looking for a clear directive, here it is. She outlines exactly what kind of changes we need to make in our communities so that we can build a more sustainable world and how activists can engage in those world building activities. For example, she talks about the educational system and how we're actually harming our children because we're not teaching them to learn for the sake of enjoying learning and building knowledge and just becoming a more well-rounded person. We're teaching them that they need to become specialized in a thing so they can become a cog in the capitalist machine that is our world. So that's Grace Lee Boggs. She's fantastic. Kenji, I'm trying to film a video here, little man. Come here. This is my kitty. Say hi. Where were we? The last book that radicalized me is Chains of Babylon, The Rise of Asian America. When I was an undergrad, I used to work at the Asian American Studies Program Resource Center, and one of the professors there, Professor Balance, she was super sweet, and she kind of just gifted this to me. So if you're watching this, Professor Balance, thank you. You're a real one. This book is really fabulous. It offers a historical chronology of the rise of Asian America. And what really drew me to this book, a little side tidbit about me, I suppose. I'm really interested in researching Afro-Asia, which in my understanding is just the study of the intersections of Asian and African descendant peoples. In short, I'm interested in the ways that like Black and Asian people have historically built coalitions and community with one another. And this book does a really great job of discussing how even the identity of Asian American emerged out of the Black struggle. And it's just all the more reason that we should all band together and work to deconstruct white supremacy. Thank you so much for watching my very first YouTube video. If you made it this far, thank you. And if you didn't, well, you're not watching this, so I probably shouldn't leave a message for you. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks a lot. Catch you on the flippity flip. Is that gonna be my outro? Catch you on the flippity flip. Catch you on the flip. Catch you on the flippity flip. My caucasity is really jumping out today. Bye, y'all. I'm uncomfortable. Everything is alright. Everything is alright. Oh, learning from the 60s is in here. Yo! Okay.